Okay, so we're talking about planting. We're talking about planting the Kentucky palm right here. Huh? Oh, yeah. We're talking about planting the Kentia palms right here, right?
Yeah.
All right,
This
so
one's gonna go.
so these got these hymenosperm, wonderful trees, wonderful trees.
Yeah, that one I'm gonna trim the shit out of because if I take it all the way out right now, my wife will shoot me.
Oh, she'll get you, huh?
But
Okay.
this one's gonna go, and then we're gonna plant one on that end and one in this end.
So are we're gonna keep that one and still plant the palm tree?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But I'm gonna trim the shit out of it.
We could probably do it. We could probably fit it in there.
We're gonna trim the
So,
shit out of it. I got the same spot on that end as I do on this end.
Okay.
And I've already dug all the roots out from that hymenophorum when I did this area out in front.
Okay.
In fact, I took so much off of this one, I thought I was going to kill it then, but I didn't.
Ah. So
And,
did it shock?
It didn't really, but I was dazzled because I had to cut some big roots out because it was tearing up the sidewalk.
Oh wow.
And then I made this big planting area in the front, and so I excavated all that. I excavated this. I raised up the meter, and I raised up the curb.
You have real granite here too.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's
I
old.
raised that up. My buddy had parked his logging truck on it when we were fucking out of our minds years ago, and it sunk it right into
That's
the
so
sand.
cool. That's so historic right there.
I had it-
They brought this straight out of the Sierra. This is how they used to build curbs in San Francisco.
Yeah, you can see
Bring
where
this
I had
down.
it paved.
And they're
I
rare.
excavated all this. I had a guy with a forklift lift that granite up, both pieces, and we put a load of rock underneath of it
Right.
so it wouldn't settle as much.
Hey, I have a question for you. Can I show you something? Let me take you over here. What's that? Yeah, we're going to do a job today later on, so I had to bring that with me. But I had a question about something in here, in my van. So Ed, do you know anything about these? This thing here?
Oh yeah,
What do you know about that?
everything.
You're wondering why I was taking the video. We're talking to a living legend right here. Is that a skateboarder on the back here? No, that's just a surf shop. Yeah. Oh, same thing pretty much. This is Ed Riggins, everybody. This is I never went above the coping, but I got close to it, you know, and now I do less.
You can do the shallow end.
Yeah, I do the shallow end. Yeah. But I never got into the vert on the half pipe. You have a half pipe back there?
No.
Ed Riggins is a legendary publisher. He's responsible for, look, it's everywhere. Thrasher magazine, the premier skateboarder magazine of the world. I was reading your magazine for many years when I was like pretty hardcore. When did you start Thrasher?
80.
80.
First issue was January 81.
81. That's right when we had the skateboard park out in Clayton. And the first 200 people who signed up could pay $200 for a lifetime membership, and I got one.
I love it.
As like a 10-year-old. And then I bought all my pads so I didn't have to rent them. And I'm like, I'm going to be skateboarding here for the rest of my life. And then everybody started breaking their wrists, and then they required wrist guards. And then a dude got paralyzed in the bottom of the pool, and they had to pull a crane out to pull him out on a stretcher. And then the next day the park was closed, and then they never opened again. And then for the next 10 years there were no good parks. And then finally, you know, we had to commando skateboard around town on little ramps, whatever we could find. And then they opened up all the public parks when I was a little older than ideal.
Well,
So
they decided that it was an inherently dangerous activity, and most of the kids that got injured, their skateboards were bought by their parents. So how are they going to blame it on the cities?
right. Yeah, they passed some law that says you can't sue the city for skateboarding. So let's go see. If you're Ed Riggins and you're the owner and publisher of Thrasher magazine, what kind of car do you think Ed would be driving? Probably something like this right here. Look, he's got his chips. He's ready to go to the beach. He's got his chips ready to go. Anyway, so incidentally, we're going to plant the coolest palms on earth that you can plant in San Francisco at Ed's house. And we're going to plant them right here. These are wonderful trees. That's Muffy. She's just along for the ride. She's going to help me plant some plants today. Whatever. But mainly, we'll take a video when we're going on this. But I just mainly wanted you to meet a living legend, Ed Riggins. Ed Riggins, living legend. Yeah, I can pull that up. All right, so we'll talk real business. We'll turn the video back on. We actually have trees here. Here we go. You know, the coolest thing ever is to see how people live and see what they do with their spaces. And look at this wonderful collection of, what would you call this, Ed? Collection of there's some interesting things here. What?
Like I say, most of that stuff I had in my office down at the magazine, and when I retired, it got moved home. It sat on the floor for a couple of years, and then one day I started putting shit on the walls.
I liked it.
This is so cool. So this is not Ed's living room. This is his garage.
Yeah, she wouldn't let me put this shit in the living room. I would all be down here.
And you know what's funny is that, like, people that don't know they're going to be on a TV show or whatever you want to call this YouTube thing, but if they knew they were going to be on, they'd clean their garage. But I didn't know that I was going to make a movie out of him today. But look, it's perfectly clean and beautiful. I'm so jealous. I love a clean garage. And he's got the American flag hanging over there. Look at this. Ed's ready to go. He's ready to go. That's the cool skateboard that we used to use with they only had the flip on one side, the little lip. Yeah, back in the day, all the boards just had the flip in the back in the 80s. And then so I just thought it was kind of weird when they started to use the flip in the front. But that's a classic right there. So do you collect skateboards? No? You don't do that? Why not?
That wasn't fair. If
Well-
I could get anything I wanted from it,
You what's that?
I could have had it all.
What do you mean?
I mean, I could get anything I wanted from any of the companies because they would just do that.
I bet they would, huh?
So
You should have got a
wasn't really
skateboard.
fair.
You should have started a whole skateboard collection every year from every manufacturer. Get one from every manufacturer every year, and then have a.
Some of the guys that, work
Clocks
Clock?
are
did
cool.
all that.
Look at.
Whoa, it keeps going.
Look at. There's a cool. Wait, there's a cool. Apparently, he likes Jaguars. Look at. There's a cool sticker over here. Authorized Thrasher dealer. Look at that. Look at all the Thrasher stickers. Look at these. This is so cool. This is full on Americana, people. This is Americana, California, right here. Yeah, this is like serious culture that came out of here. Look at all these cool stickers. These are awesome. Ed, you need to come to my nursery and see I gotta take my mask off. If I'm not near Ed, I'm gonna keep my mask off so I can talk to you. But Ed, you need to come to my nursery and see all my sticker collection on my crazy old VW van I have down there. Oh, look at that. Yeah, if you have some stickers, I'd love to put them on there. I kind of have a little collection of them. And they, some of them have faded out, so I got to put some new ones on. But, oh my gosh.
So cool.
Look at this place. All right, so what you didn't notice, but I did, was the paint job on this Jag right here. Look at that. That's super cool. Hey, Ed, have you ever seen anybody with a Jaguar with flames on it besides this one?
Yeah, I actually have seen a couple, but they weren't worth a shit.
Yeah. So this one here, this is like it changes color.
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
It's got
It's
gold.
got 4 color changes in it.
That's
Purple,
amazing.
Magenta, and bronze.
It's got like purple.
It goes from like dark blue to
No,
neon
but look at the
orange.
different. If you get different angles, it
Yeah,
changes.
depending on the angle and where your light's coming from, you'll see 4 different colors.
So how is that possible? Oh, I have that.
It's that DuPont paint. It was developed by those guys up in Sonoma County that are probably all retired to the Bahamas with hookers and blow.
Well, that's what everybody aspires to, right?
Well, I'm just saying.
You know,
for a bundle.
if you hit it big, look at. Oh, there's just so much stuff going on here. This is This is really cool. This is like a lifetime
You
of.
gotta copy this vibe at the nursery.
Well, I am a little bit. You got to come to my nursery and see what I've got going on down there. I think that's Wait, is that Refugio in Santa Barbara?
No, that's Treasure Island.
Oh, that's Treasure Island. Okay.
Yeah, they put the jaguar in the Chronicle.
That is awesome. The palm trees.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, the photographer picked out the spot.
Okay, is this?
Picture up,
Is
down,
that you?
down, and we went out there. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what? That was like what? I could look at the cars. That's probably like 1971. No, 19.
Yeah, it was 70s, early 70s sometime.
Those were the
I
days.
still have the bike.
You still have that?
Yeah, it's up in Marin right now. I'm
nice.
working on a car up there. It's up there.
Look at all this cool stuff. Got the patches over here.
Those are really cool.
So how do you keep this thing so well dusted in here? That's the biggest problem I have in my
Oh,
garage.
it's not. You know, it took me about 2 years just to be able to sweep the floor. Then I started putting that shit on the walls. And then little by little, you know, it got put together. But
And now it
I
looks
wouldn't
beautiful.
test it for dustness.
Wow.
You can see the
This is like
front
the
end.
coolest garage I've ever seen.
The front end's got dust on it.
So did you do the stained glass?
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. Okay, so if you're gonna be into cars and you need a window in your garage,
This is the shit.
Yeah, that's really cool.
so
Have you
did
ever seen that before?
so
That's
you-
so cool.
Did you-
I did that, and I had a guy I worked with that did real stained glass, and he goes, "That's one of the
It's-
coolest
it's
ideas."
beautiful.
Wait, so she does crazy, interesting, artistic stuff like this that you never thought.
Yeah, it's
so,
such a cool like
um,
idea.
But I'm not an artist. Geometrics I can handle, but I couldn't. I mean, I did a couple of stained glass windows I got upstairs, but I'm not an artist.
Did you physically do this, or did you hire a person and lay it
No,
out for them?
I did it.
You did this?
Yeah. You make
Wow.
a cartoon and then you build it off the cartoon.
Oh my gosh, that seems like really like specialized.
It's beautiful.
It's geometric. It was easy. I just figured out how big the squares had to be, and I cut a bunch of squares.
This is the one I want. Skateboarding only, no pedestrians, bikes, cars, or scooters, or cops. No, no, the cops can't be hard on the cops. They have a tough time right now. Positively, no skateboards allowed on track. That's interesting. You stole that. Where'd you steal that from? Skateboard and bicycle riding prohibited on sidewalk. See, I guess it's in your interest to get rid of those signs because the more people skateboard, the more people look at the magazine, and you know. So this is when people steal all those skateboarding signs. It's actually you, and this is where they all end up.
Well, I'm just one of many.
I guess so, huh? So tell me what happened here. How did you get this thing? That's like a
Put
real.
it together out of parts.
Oh really?
I had a bunch of Chevelles. I mean,
Oh my gosh.
dozens and dozens.
Oh my
But I
gosh.
specialized in 67s.
I'm going to send you a video link, Ed, to a guy that you need to meet in San Diego, my neighbor down there. I have a place down there. And he has this a really cool collection of amazing stuff. Like amazing gardens, exotic palms, and like about 12 of these amazing classic, like these kind of things.
I love it.
Yeah, you got to. But if you ever go down there, I can hook you up with this guy. All right, let's see what kind of garden Ed has.
It's so cool.
It's got the spiral staircase going. It's got the shell collection. Ed, did you used to go out and get your own abalone?
Yeah.
I could tell. I figured.
Where'd you find those?
No, he didn't find them. He went out and
Yeah.
Oh,
pried
you,
them
like,
off the
dived?
rocks.
Yeah.
He went down
Oh,
and
that's so
free dived.
cool.
This is something you might want to do. Free dived, and got him, and then
I love this too.
and the bromeliads. Yeah, and then he ate the stuff, right? Look at how cool this garden is. Wow. Yeah, so this is great. Look at this. He's got his little ice house on it, though. His little radio
Oh,
flyer
flowers are
going.
so nice.
Everything's perfect back here. This is like the garage. Do you maintain all this yourself? Do you have a gardener?
No.
No, you do it all yourself. This is so cool. Wow. Get your,
I got a lot more stuff in pots this year because the florists were closed for Mary Darlene's Mother's Day. And, I planted a bunch of deadly plants in pots just to have some color.
All right. Well, this probably concludes the Ed Riggins tour. Oh, look, that's my favorite color of bougainvillea right there. I don't know the name of this one, but when that stuff goes off, there's nothing like it. And then this is something interesting that you were commenting on that's not user-friendly.
Right.
So this is Echium, I think it's Candicans. It's from, it's the giant Echium that grows up super tall and makes a blue flower. There's some out front, but it's a really beautiful plant. The reason it's not user-friendly is because of these hairs on the plant that when you touch and maintain this plant and try to do anything with it, they embed themselves
They're not
into your
soft.
into
They
your
look
skin,
soft.
and that's why it's not user-friendly. Where are all the palm trees? You need some
Come
palms
in
back
soon.
here.
Well, I have one banana.
That's
It
true. I saw
struggles
that.
back
Yeah,
here.
I focused on that here. And this is a smoke tree. This is a beautiful tree. The only problem with this tree, it loses its leaves in the winter, but for the rest of the year, it is just striking. And when you want to use this plant, you want to use it next to lighter foliage plants. You have a datura right next to it. You can see the color contrast. But yellow is a really good color to use next to this guy. All right, Ed, you did fantastic. I gave you an A+ on your garden. And so I think that's about it. Anything you want to say to the world before we plant these palm trees?
Keep skating.
Keep skating, yes! Woo! Here, come on, 6 feet. There, all right, we did it.
Isn't she great? I drug her out of a garden over off Market Street. They were going to tear the place down. And I met the owner, and the backyard was filled with statuary and all this stuff, all these benches and stuff. And he had a place down in Santa Cruz and hauled most of it down there. And when he got done, I mean, he had tons of stuff. He says, you can have anything you want.
Wow.
And I drug her out of there. I was so happy to find that.
That's so pretty. I love the patina.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah, it's really cool.
I've had her sitting out here about a year to get rid of all the moss. And then I'm going to put her back over there.
Okay.
Where I used to have it
I like
by
that.
the banana.
Yeah.
That's where she's going to go. With
There's a really cool symphony of color in this garden.
It's so colorful.
And especially the stepping stones that throw everything. And I mean, everything about it. Like you see the
I was
pops
gonna-
of the blue, blue,
I'm going to
blue.
all the stepping stones engine colors.
Oh,
And she threw a fit. But it didn't really work out. Some of the colors didn't take, you know.
okay. So I just have one question for you, Ed. Did you used to work at NASA?
No, my buddy did.
Oh, your buddy did. So this is pretty cool.
Oh yeah, they had a bunch of those cast, and my buddy was at that time part of their quality control deal.
Uh-huh.
And these were seconds that they didn't pay for, and he got 3 or 4 of them from the foundry that NASA wasn't going to use. And I ended up with one of them for my centerpiece on my compass rose.
I love this. So, and did you do this yourself here?
Well, I mean, I
laid it out?
laid it out, but I didn't do
That's-
the cement work.
This is awesome.
The Goomba that did the cement work, he put in black dye in the pieces around these, and I said, "You idiot!" I said, "Because these were bright, you know." I said, "It's gonna patina, and then you won't see them because of the black dye."
That's actually a good point.
Yeah, he was a Goomba.
The
Said he
Goomba.
thought he was doing something really cool.
That's going to be my new word. Well, I do stuff like that all the time. So I'm going to start telling people when it doesn't work out, I'm like,
No,
well,
I'm gonna chisel it out of there and do it.
yeah. I wonder if you could like somehow bleach that out somehow. But so it's interesting, you know. I know the coast is exactly right over there,
Yeah.
that direction. So what's interesting about California is oftentimes when you see the coast, it's not actually west when you're looking at it. You're looking slightly southwest. Yeah, because the coastline orients itself a little bit to the west as it goes north. Well, that is really, really cool. Right when you thought the video was over, I gave everybody a little bonus reel. And the reason I turned the bonus reel on is after I, showed the garden. I looked over here and I'm like, oh, Ed's got a papaya in San Francisco. So this is the mountain papaya from South America. Those are the flowers right there. They're extremely beautiful. And I might be upside down right now. But Anyway, that's the mountain papaya. And look at the leaf on this. It's evergreen. It's beautiful. It's from South America. And I believe that this fruit that comes off of this, it looks a lot like a regular papaya that you'll see like in Mexico and places like that. But the difference is that you would have to cook it, is what I've been told. I've never had one. So that's pretty much the video for the day in Ed's garden with all kinds of really cool little surprises everywhere. Look at the leaf on this. It's evergreen. It's beautiful. It's from South America. And I believe that this fruit that comes off of this, it looks a lot like a regular papaya that you'll see like in Mexico and places like that. But the difference is that you would have to cook it, is what I've been told. I've never had one. So that's pretty much the video for the day in Ed's garden with all kinds of really cool little surprises everywhere. Okay, so Little Miss Muppet is marveling at this Echium. We have Echium wild predii at our house, but I don't have this one. This one's pretty cool. Look what it does. It's crazy. Echium wild predii has a prettier flower. Ours is like a carmine, like kind of red and purple. And this one's more of a blue. It's pretty striking, but it gets huge. So I will put the name of this particular Echium on a subtitle right here, right now, so you know what it is. But look, it starts down here. This one actually branched 3 branches and came all the way up. And that's Echium something. It's not Echium fastuosum. It's not Echium wild predii. It's Echium, I don't know. It's a giant Echium. I should know the Latin name on this one, but I've known this plant for a very long time. It's a very cool plant. But I choose not to have it in my garden because it's just a little wild and crazy. But you might like it. And that's how it starts right there. Just like that when they're little. And they actually will naturalize in your garden, so you got to be kind of careful. And Mupp keeps telling me that my videos need to be much longer.
Shorter.
And this guy makes it a habit to have really cool t-shirts, so he needs a couple of these. Orange and purple. All right. Let's get these palms in the ground. Whoosh. There and there. Sometimes the inevitable happens and you run into a big old abandoned metal pipe in the ground. And so we're wrestling with that. You got it! Woo! Ed got it. No match for Ed and his sawzall. Woo! Time for some trees. Boom, boom, boogie. Ed, hold up your trophy. Show me your trophy. No, that's not your trophy. You earned the one you earned. Down here, the rusty one.
Oh, I don't know where it went.
It's right there. Look at this monster pipe that Ed just pulled out of the ground like Superman. Ha ha ha. That's a Thrasher if I ever saw one. All right, there's our tree. There's our hole. I think I got to dig deeper. And this is the story of San Francisco. Beautiful artistic lines in the sky, just like that, preventing you from planting your palm tree because your crane will barely fit underneath them. All right, there's our double. It's going right here. Arbore numero 1 es completa. Es completa. That means tree number 1 is finished. Look at that beautiful thing. Look at that beautiful thing. Woo! 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 Ed, what's it like to have the coolest tree in the whole entire street, maybe the whole neighborhood?
These motherfuckers wouldn't have any trees if it wasn't for me. I planted all those magnolias.
You planted the magnolias? These are nice, beautiful magnolias.
It was like a horrible project to get involved in. It was thankless.
And
So
you-
I was going house to house trying to convince people that the trees were cool.
Wow.
It was like nuts. I couldn't believe it.
So you actually got all these magnolias planted on the street?
Yeah.
That's
and I
awesome.
planted that one, the one in front of my house, and that one there myself. And I think the one across the street.
These are, magnolias are gorgeous. I love them. Dark green, beautiful, white flower,
I thought they'd be a great
super
street tree.
tropical looking.
But
Yeah, these are great. These are great trees. Good job, good selection. Let me guess, that's a pretty old tree. That looks like about 15, 18 years ago.
Oh, no, it was probably closer to 30 now.
30? Yeah, these are big. I mean, these,
Closer to 30.
so yours.
This one needs a real haircut. It's a shame. But the 4 lower branches come off of this thing and then give the rest of it a haircut. It'd be beautiful.
Well, you made a really good choice. I mean, I love magnolias. They're one of the more tropical, beautiful, evergreen-looking trees that we can grow here. And they're super easy to grow. They're predictable.
Yeah, it's good shit.
They perform. They're fragrant. You can bring the flower in and float. But they don't stand anything next to my Kentia palm.
Oh, no.
But they do look beautiful in combination with it. So,
I think
all right.
they look good even next to the Honduras palm.
Yeah. No, I know. That's what I was saying.
It looks good everywhere.
You know, truthfully,
in front of my house.
this palm, the habitat of this palm would be something like this, where it's intermingled with other evergreen, woody trees. So you're sort of.
Look at the fucking thing. It looks like it's been there 20 years.
All right, one more to go. Look at
Hey,
this.
you want something to eat, man?
Oh.
I can get you a sandwich down the corner. I can go get you a burger. I can go get you a pizza. I can get you whatever you want.
I appreciate that, but let me show you something. You see this?
Yeah, all right.
I ate a big old burrito, but that's why I was a little late. I ate a big old burrito before I came.
It's all good.
My stomach says yes. Go get me like 5 hamburgers and I'll eat them, but that's not what I should be doing. But I appreciate it. Thank you. Not only is it cool, it's useful. Look at this.
He's got a hammock.
Yeah, look at this. Woo. We're gonna get something done. Ed wants his agave moved somewhere else. Uh-oh. Whoa. So we're gonna back this truck. Oh, you gotta be over more, Ed. Gotta be towards the truck more.
Go out.
That way. We're gonna put this thing in the back of the truck. Well, look, we got our second tree in. Woo! Look at this thing. Incredible. Now we got a full jungle right outside the door. It's looking like tropical paradise.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Oh yeah. Hey.
Oh, a little higher?
No, I mean,
Yeah, we can back it up here a little bit more.
come on back, man.
Yeah, we can back it up. I want to open the tailgate here. There we go. Here it comes.
Yep, we're ready.
Here comes the Thrasher mobile. Oh, I guess I'll just move it. Okay, all right. I'm gonna move it. Here we go. There we go. We're gonna move this thing right in there. Woo. It's a balancing act. Life is like this pot. It's a balancing act. Every day. Everybody's taking pictures of the pot. This is a pretty famous agave plant for 3 people to be videoing it right now. This is incredibly entertaining stuff. Get it in the center. All right, we're gonna turn this thing in. Hey Ed, is this truck gonna have the capacity to hold this agave? Yeah? That good? Woo! Yeah. All right. Hey Ed,
Yeah,
no charge.
I love it. Yeah, you gotta drive this thing to South City though.
Oh no, I don't want to do that. That looks a little scary. That's pretty cool though. So the problem with working with people that have really, really cool stuff is that they typically have really high expectations. And I'm guessing that Ed has high expectations. So let's see what we did. Before, there was a Hymen Osman thing going crazy. And Ed really wanted palm trees here. His wife didn't want to take down the hymenosperm. But I think it's kind of fun. Add a whole bunch of greenery. If you're wondering, I'm masking. So check it out. We got this 2 Kentia palms here. He wanted 2 of them matching. And I found 2 that were matching, except one of the 2 had a double. So we gave this to Ed for free right here, this little baby. Skinned up the trunk. And I said, Dad, we can cut this one out if you really want 2 singles. But I bet you're going to fall in love with it once you see it. And so we're going to get a reaction from Ed. Here he is. So, Ed, what do you think about your palm trees?
I think they're epic.
You like it?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Does that work?
That's as good as it gets, bro.
It's too
Unless
bad.
I was a zillionaire, I could buy one 60 feet taller.
First, you'd have to cut down all the wires first.
You know,
But
you gotta pick my battles.
I know, huh? So tomorrow morning, I want you to walk out here, Ed, when the sun, instead of on that side, is on this side, and it's going to light up those things like a candle.
No, it's
And it's
already
gonna
got so much light.
super
More light on the house.
Wait, come over here. Look at this. Come over here. Look at this. What do you think about the yellow trunks?
Oh, it's a killer.
Yeah? And those are going to turn green eventually. I just cleaned them up. But they're super beautiful when you first skin them out right there. And look at this. Here, though. Look at how they glow. The back glow.
Yeah.
That's the cool part when you got the sun on the other side.
No,
So.
this is everything I wanted and more. I'm so stoked.
Good.
You don't know the fucking mental battle and the scheming and conniving and shit I did. How many maneuvers I had to make to be able to get the bigger spot and then to.
I know.
I mean, god damn it.
So,
I might
Ed,
not live to see him grow, but I live to see those motherfuckers.
well, you don't need to live to see them grow. They're already grown. But yeah, Ed had to do some political maneuvering because his wife, she didn't want the palms.
Well, it was a big love affair, man. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah.
Long fucking guy.
Yeah, he's got them now, though. And what do you think about the double? You like the double?
Yeah, it's really
It's working for you?
I love it.
Look at
I
that.
gotta straighten out this one front. It's just
Oh, yeah, pull it up.
we
Pull
can't have that bent.
this one? Right here?
No, that one. Coming off to the left.
Oh, I could fix that right now. I didn't even see that. Let me see. Pull that back over. There. That's where it's supposed to be.
Right.
There you go. Yeah, Ed is like me. He's a perfectionist, but maybe a little more than me because I didn't even notice that. All right. Well, there you go. There's some epic palm trees, epic automobile, epic dude. Thanks for the job, Ed.
As good as it gets, man.
Thanks for the awesome, all those awesome magazines. Yes.